UFC 287 is in the books. Israel Adesanya knocked out Alex Pereira in devastating fashion to regain his title. As Pereira laid unconscious on the floor, Adesanya celebrated by releasing arrows with his imaginary bow at Pereira's body. Not only did he mock Poatan's bow and arrow, Israel then pointed at Pereira's kids in the crowd and mimicked their father getting KO'd.
And then I'm sure you sort of motioned someone in the crowd and took a little dive.
Oh, no, I'm petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in Brazil, his son came into the ring and then started to just lie dead next to me. And I'm like, you f***ing little asshole. I'll whoop your ass if your dad don't do it for you. But then, yeah, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, hey. Just to remind him.
If this was an anime, that kid now becomes a fighter and comes...
Bro, hey man, if you can crawl, we can brawl.
As for the fighters in the main event, it seems that Israel and Poatan have squashed their beef. They were seen backstage giving each other props and exchanging firm handshakes.
I saw him backstage. We're cool. He's a great champion. He's a warrior. He is his story, bro. I mean that. I'm the antagonist in his story. He's a fucking beast, man. Coming from where he's come from, the adversities he's been through in his life to get to where he's gotten now and taking me out the way he has. It's a fucking beautiful story for him. But like I said, tonight, it's not about his story, it's about my story, which is history.
But bad news for fans hoping to see an immediate rematch because Israel is not interested. Adesanya says that the score is settled and if Pereira wants another shot at the title, he will have to earn it.
I don't keep score, I settle them. Now it's settled. Look, I gave him a fast track to the belt. I could have said, nah, who has he fought? Like, he fought one top five. Nah, but, he did well, fought some all right guys, but also I was looking for that challenge. The guy that beat me in kickboxing, I was looking for that challenge. That's why I took that fight. The rematch, I got the immediate rematch because of what I've done in this game. I won the belt against Kevin. I defended against Rob, Romero, Costa, Vittori, Rob again, Cannonier. That's 7, So I did the hard yards and I earned my fucking rematch. Now he's got to do the hard yards if he wants to do that. But I don't think it's gonna because he go cause problems at 205 and good luck to everybody else because he's a motherfucker to deal with. I'll tell you that.
Adesanya feels he's only got less than 20 fights left in his career and wants to fight fresh new opponents rather than facing the same guy 3 times in a row.
I don't want to fight the same guy 3 times in a row because I probably have less than 20 fights in this game. Like, I'm 33. I can probably go on for as long as I want to, but less than 20 fights I think I have in this game, if I'm being honest. So I just want to fight new faces and take new heads, That's what I want to do in this game.
But there are 3 fighters who called out Adesanya for a fight on Twitter, and these 3 are Robert Whittaker, Hamza Chimaev, and Jan Blachowicz. Jan is willing to cut down to middleweight to make this fight happen. Which fight out of these 3 excites you the most? As for what's next for Alex Pereira, Dana White thinks a move to light heavyweight makes the most sense, and when pressed for an answer if Pereira would get an immediate rematch, Dana White was reluctant to answer that question.
Honestly, I think that Pereira probably moves to 205 after this fight. He's a monster. I know that he still had like 2 pounds to cut leading up to, there was like an hour left of the weigh-in, and I mean, I'm not saying he's moving to 205, but I would assume he is. You guys can ask him himself, but it wouldn't surprise me.
If Poatan decides to stay in the middleweight, will he have the trilogy?
Well, I was saying to him earlier, I would bet anything he moves to 205 after this fight.
You approve the trilogy? Like, if he wants to stay in the middleweight, it's like to.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what he decides after that. I mean, the fight just happened 30 minutes ago. I don't know. We'll see.
Next, in the co-main event, Gilbert Burns dominates Jorge Masvidal to win by unanimous decision. After the fight, Masvidal announced his official retirement. Dana White agrees that now is a right time for Masvidal to retire.
Listen, as soon as you think about retiring, you should in this business. And he's made a lot of money. He made a lot of money tonight. He's got things outside the octagon going on too, like Conor does, and some of these other guys. And I think he's proved everything he needed to prove to himself, and he's changed his family's life, and why not?
Gilbert Burns has been told that he will get the winner of Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington next. Gilbert is demanding that the UFC make him a backup for that title fight in London, and Dana seems to agree.
I almost chased a done deal, Colby, in Leon, in London, if I'm not wrong. It's almost a done deal. Everything, just the little details. I'm gonna be a backup. I'm going to. I'm not asking. I'm demanding that I'm going to, because whenever they ask, anytime the UFC gave me a call asking for a opponent, I say yes. And now I'm demanding that I'm going out there. I'm gonna do my training camp to 5 rounds. I go to London. I'll be the backup, and I'm the next online. That's it. I'm fighting. I'm a backup for the next fight, and I'm fighting for the title next.
He was here just before you and says, hey, I want to be the backup for the next title shot. In fact, he didn't say I want. He said I demand. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Normally, you like attitudes like that.
I love that.
Do you put him in that position?
Yeah, I love that. Why not? Deal. You got a deal.
Gilbert Burns also goes on to say he will not accept any fight unless it's for the title. At this point for him, it's either title fight or release him from the UFC.
I'm already demanding. I'm not fighting anyone. If you not give me a shot, let me go. That's on my head right now. I've been fighting anyone, anytime. You guys know already. I don't need to be the anyone, anywhere, anytime. You guys know I've been fighting. I'm willing to fight anyone. I'm demanding a title shot. Or let me go, bro. I'll do my thing.